Welcome to Caretaker Medical's introductory tutorial of the Caretaker 4 wireless patient monitor. In this segment, we will be introducing the Caretaker 4 and its wireless capabilities to measure continuous, non-invasive, beat-by-beat blood pressure as well as other vital signs. Your Caretaker kit includes your Caretaker wireless device, an Android tablet preloaded with the Caretaker monitoring app, a pack of disposable finger cuffs, and a wireless pulse oximeter with all charging cables. You may also purchase an optional Bluetooth temperature patch and a Bluetooth ECG patch. To begin, power on the Caretaker device and the Android tablet. On the main screen of the tablet, you will see the Caretaker icon, a reports menu, and various instruction manuals. Tap the Caretaker icon to start the app. To pair the Caretaker device to the tablet, simply press the button on the Caretaker and then tap Connect to Caretaker on the tablet. Select the correct Caretaker device and the connection will be completed. Remove the disposable finger cuff from the bag. Note the embossed bullseye on the bottom. It is important to center this over the two arteries of the finger that has been selected. Choose a finger that is well palpated. You may need to massage or warm the finger for best results. Slide the finger cuff over the finger, centering it between the first and second knuckles with the bullseye pointed downward as shown. Close the butterfly straps together for a secure fit. Once the cuff is appropriately sized for the patient, note that it can be removed and easily reapplied. The finger cuff may be used on any well-perfused finger, or in manual calibration mode, you may also use the thumb. Note that this is not an ideal location when using automatic calibration mode. Now attach the wrist unit to the patient's wrist using the Velcro straps. Insert the tubing from the finger cuff into the nozzle of the Caretaker device. Note that the tubing can be cut to any desired length with a pair of scissors. To begin a session, tap the Start button on the tablet. The Caretaker works by using a starting blood pressure reading. From there, it monitors beat-by-beat blood pressure as well as other vital signs. The starting blood pressure reading can be obtained in one of two ways: automatic calibration or manual calibration. In manual calibration mode, obtain an accurate starting blood pressure reading from an external device. In automatic calibration mode, the finger cuff will automatically derive a starting peripheral blood pressure reading. Just indicate whether the patient is seated or supine. After choosing the calibration method, press Start. The calibration sequence should take approximately 45 seconds. It is important that the patient be seated still and quiet. In automatic calibration mode, the finger cuff should be placed approximately at navel height. Once calibration is completed, you will see a waveform and other vital signs on the tablet app and on the wrist device. In some cases, such as if the patient has poor pulse perfusion, the device will exhibit an error message during calibration. Once calibrated, the device will measure continuous beat-by-beat blood pressure and other vital signs. Systolic, diastolic, mean arterial pressure, respiration rate, and heart rate are all derived from the finger cuff. Pulse oximetry, temperature, and ECG are all derived from separate Bluetooth devices. Tapping on any of the measurements will display a history of that measurement, whereas a long press will open up a notes section for that measurement. Note the signal meter at the bottom of the app. This indicates the strength of the pulse signal that the Caretaker is receiving from the patient. Ensure that this measurement is in green. You may add or remove pressure to the finger cuff by tapping on the plus or minus buttons on the cuff pressure block. The pulse snapshot is a representation of the signal coming from the finger cuff. Changes in this indicate a change in blood pressure or arterial tone. The information ribbon at the bottom provides device information such as battery level, last update time, device ID, and calibration method. The pulse pressure waveform is at the top. Significant motion can interfere with this measurement and will be seen in the form of waveform distortion. The Caretaker has motion artifacts that can discern between motion influences and actual blood pressure changes. If the motion becomes too severe, the numbers will dim, indicating a lower confidence interval. When motion subsides, notice how quickly the Caretaker re-engages with accurate information. To connect the other Bluetooth devices, simply long press on the device name. For example, to connect the pulse oximeter, long press on the SpO2 block and note the icon will turn orange. Turn on the pulse oximeter. The Bluetooth icon will now turn blue to show the connection has been made. The same method may be used to connect the optional temperature patch or ECG patch. To disconnect one of the Bluetooth devices, simply long press on the device name again. The Caretaker app has a number of additional parameters inside of the settings menu. You can do things such as entering the patient ID and setting individual parameter alerts. Audible heart rate signals can be toggled on and off, as well as the voice prompt for the pulse oximeter. In the display settings menu, the screen for the wrist device can be toggled on and off to conserve battery life. A custom update interval may also be configured. The Caretaker app can also be used to protect sensitive patient information. All data stored on the tablet may be encrypted and password protected using the app settings menu. To end a wireless monitoring session, simply tap Done. All data is then stored on the tablet in CSV files that can be viewed and analyzed at a later date. Additionally, a report can be generated showing the history of the monitoring session. After a session is concluded, you may still see a waveform on the tablet. This is because the tablet is still connected to the wrist device, but no information is being stored at this time. Now, power off the wrist device simply by long pressing on the button. Disconnect the tube from the nozzle of the wrist unit by depressing the ring collar and pulling. Discard the disposable finger cuff and wrist strap and clean the device with an aseptic wipe. The data from each session is stored on the tablet in both printable and uploadable report formats, as well as in detailed CSV files. To access the reports, go to the main Caretaker screen and tap on the Reports button. You will see the PDF log file saved for each monitoring session. The auto-generated report can be printed, uploaded to the cloud, or even sent to a clinician for further evaluation. You can find the detailed CSV file in the Logs directory. The Caretaker has many connectivity options to integrate data with other systems via industry standard protocols, such as HL7 and our software APIs. Caretaker can wirelessly stream continuous blood pressure and vital signs to the Philips IntelliView monitors using the Philips IntelliBridge technology and the Caretaker wireless interface module. And using Caretaker's multi-view software platform, clinicians can remotely monitor multiple patients simultaneously. Thank you for watching. For more information, please visit caretakermedical.net.